Hello everyone, in this tutorial we will create login form using Python. So this is the code and we will build the login form from the scratch. So first of all let me show you the output. So this is the login form that we will create at the end of this tutorial. So whenever the user enter any information, any wrong information, and click on login, you can see the invalid login, and whenever the user enter the username admin and password admin and click on login, you can see the successful message. So we will create this login form from scratch with the help of Python Tkinter. So now let's close it and create a new file, login form dot python. Okay, so first of all now we will import the package. So import Tkinter. Okay, and then we will also import message box from this package. Fine, and now we will create a window. So window equals to Tkinter dot tk. Fine, and then we will give the title to this window. So window dot title, and here we will give the title. So login form is the title, and we will give the geometry. So window dot geometry, and here I will pass the breadth and height of the window. Okay, fine, and we will give some background color. So window dot configure, and here I will give the background color. You can give any background color, so let's give the color 8F00FF. So you can give any background color, and we will show the window. So for that we will use window dot main loop. Okay, that's it. Save it, and now let's run this, and you can see the window, and you can see the title, and you can see the width and height of the window and background color of the window. So very simple. And now what we will do, we will create a frame. So for that we will use frame equals to Tkinter dot frame, and we will give the background color to this frame. So we will use same background color. So just copy it and paste it. Frame I will use to add some labels and text fields and entry forms on my login form. So I have created frame, and I will pack this frame. Okay, fine. And now what I will do, I will create some labels. So first of all I will create a login label. So login label, and I will use Tkinter dot label for that. Okay, and I will use this label on my frame. So first of all I will pass the frame, and then I will use the text, and text of my label will be, let's say, login form, and background color is this one, and foreground color is, you can give any colors of your choice, is, let's say, this one. And I will use font equals to, I will use font equals to, let's say, Arial, and size is 30. So this is the one label, and then I will create another label. So let's copy this and paste it here, and now the label name is username, and text I will change the text. So the text will be username. Background color is, let's say, 8F00FF. Foreground color is olive, and font is Arial 16 and bold. Okay, that's it. And now I will create another label for password. So copy it and paste it here, and now this is the label for the password, and I will change the text to password. Background color is same, foreground color is same, and font is same. Save it, and let me go to the previous form to show you the output. So when I click on this, you can see this is the one label, this is the label for the login, and this is the label for username, and this is the label for password, and foreground color is white, and font is, you can see, the Arial 16 and bold for both labels, for username and for password. So these labels I have added, username label and password label. So when you go to this, you can see the username label, foreground color is white, and font style is Arial 16 bold, and similarly for the password, and the text is username and the password. So far I have created this, you can see I have created this label, this username label, password label, and now I will create this entry form. So username entry form and password entry form, and then I will create a login button. So I will create all these now. So let's create username entry. So entry we use for text field. So username entry is equals to tkinter dot entry, and then I will pass the frame, because I want to add all these components on the frame, and font is equals to font I will use Arial. Okay, and 16. So very simple. And now I will create entry form for the password. So just paste it here. So I will change password entry. So password entry frame. So see, when I enter the password, it's showing in the star. So for that I will use, here I will use, for password, show is equals to star. Very simple. So for password entry I will use show equals to star. So whatever the user enter in this field, it will be shown as star. Okay, so very simple. And now I will create a login button. So login underscore button, and I will use, so let's say, tkinter dot button, and I will use this on the frame. So frame and text is equals to login. Okay, and background color is equals to, you can choose any background color, so TC143C, and foreground color is white, so I will use, okay, and font is equals to I will use again same for font. I will use font Arial and 16, and this button must have command, so command is equals to login. So very simple. So now when I use command, you can see it is showing me an error, the login is not defined. So I will define a function here. So define login that will handle all the code of this login button. And right now I will use pass. I will write the code later. So save it. Now I have created all the labels and entry fields and the button. So I have created this label, I have created username label, password label, username entry, password entry, and login button I have created. Now I will add all these on my frame. So for that, what I will do, I will use a grid. So login label, first of all I will use login label, and dot grid I will use. So login label dot grid, and I will add it to the row 0 column 0. So row 0 column 0, and column span is equals to 2. It will take the column space of 2, and sticky is equals to news, and padding y is equals to 40. So login label will be shown in the row 0 column 0, and padding y is 40, and it is taking column span is 2, and sticky is news. So similarly I will add all other values. So what I will do, I will use username label dot grid, and I will add it to the row 1 column 0. So see, it is row 0 column 0, and it is row 1 column 0, and this entry is row 1 column 1. So what I will do, so just I will copy this and paste it, and in front of username label, I am showing username entry field. So username label I will change here entry, and it is shown in row 1 column 0, and padding y is 20. And similarly I will use password label. So password label dot grid, and it will be shown in the row 2 column 0, and similarly password entry dot grid, and it will be shown in, I will copy it from here, it will be shown row 2. Wait, here I have to change row 1 column 1, and here row 2 column 1. So it's very simple actually. See, it is in row 0 column 0, and column span it is taking 2, and it is row 1 column 0. Username entry is in row 1 column 1, password label is in row 2 column 0, and password entry is in row 2 column 1. And now I will add this login button. So for that I will use login button dot grid, and it will be shown in the, I will actually copy it and paste it here, and it will be shown in the row 3. So this is row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3. So row 3 column 0, and column span 2, and padding y is 40. That's it. So this way I can add all the values on my frame. So let's close this, and now let's check a new login form. So when I click here, you can see the login form, and it is in the row 0 column 0, row 1 column 0, and all the value you can see. So when I click on this button, nothing is happening, because when I click on this login button, the command is login and I am passing the login. So I am not writing any code right now. So now next I will write a code of handling this login button. Now let's write a code of handling this login button. So very simple. So I am creating a variable username, and its value must be admin. You can use any value. So password label, password variable, so value must be admin. So now what I will do is simply I will use if username entry. So I have created this text field. So username entry dot get. So I will fetch the value from here. So get if it is equals to username value is, let's admin, you can see. So if the username entry dot get is equals to username, it means if the username entry, whatever I enter in the username text field, is equals to username is admin. So if it is equals to admin, and similarly I will use and password entry dot get is equals to password. So very simple. So password is also admin. So if both the values match, then what I will do, I will use message box dot show info, and title of the message box will be a login, let's say successful, and message that I will show is whatever message you want. Let's say write you successfully logged in. Very simple. And if the values match, then the it must be show that message box dot show info, title must be login successful, and message must be you successfully logged in. Otherwise again I will use this message box. So let me quickly type message box dot show error, and this time I will show the error, and title of the message box will be, let's say error. Okay, and message you can use any message. Please check username or password. So very simple. So, and this is the code written in this login function, and this login function is executing when I click on the login button, because I am passing the command here login, you can see. So this is here it is the name of the function. So name of the function is login. So let me run this. Okay, and when I don't enter any username or password and click on login, you can see the error, please check username or password. And whenever I enter any invalid username or password, let's say, and click on login, again I am getting the error, please check username or password. And now enter a valid username admin and valid password admin, because I have set the username is equals to admin and password equals to admin in my login function. So when I pass the right information and click on login, and you can see the successful message, you successfully login. So I hope you have understood each and everything of how we can create a login form using Python Tkinter. That's all for this lecture. Thank you for watching.